The unemployment rate in Spain in 2020 grew 23% as a result of business restrictions imposed to curb the coronavirus pandemic. Here's Beverly Madrid joining us live from Spain. Hello, Beverly.
Hello, Alma. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes. Spain jobless grew by 23% in 2020. According to the government figures shown recently, the number of recorded unemployed people in Spain leaped by almost 23% in the year 2020, as it suffered one of the devastating economic blows from the coronavirus pandemic. The Labor Ministry also stated that the number of jobless people increased to 724,532 from the registered 3,888,137 people out of work a year earlier. There were an additional 36,825 unemployed registered in December alone. The number of furloughed employees reached the number of 755,000 by the end of 2020, and this government scheme is set to stay the same until the end of January 2021. The unemployment rate rose to a total of 360,000 during the course of the pandemic in 2020, when the number of people making Social Security contribution was taken into account. According to Lorenzo Amor, the deputy head of the Spanish Confederation of Employers Organizations, or CEOE, that year 2020 ended as a dreadful year for employment, and he also called on the government to extend its ERTE, or furlough scheme, which has already been renewed twice. Union leaders say the furlough scheme has been crucial, according to Unai Sordo, General Secretary of the Workers' Commissions, and he admitted that without the furlough scheme and other safeguards, there could be another 2 million unemployed. But the scheme has cost the public fund a huge sum, adding to the expanding public deficit and debt in Spain, which had gained an impressive recovery in recent years from the devastation caused by the financial crisis in 2008. Spain is predicted to show the biggest economic collapse among Western economies this year, with only 12.8% IMF growth, as it only depends heavily on tourism. Back to you, Alma.
Yes, Beverly. Aside from unemployment, what is another example of labor challenges many workers there in Spain face?
You know, Alma, it's interesting that despite the furlough scheme the Spanish government has implemented since the pandemic crisis, a huge number of employees still await their furlough payments, and some workers who were suspended from their jobs during the lockdown still haven't received their monthly salary owed by their employers, and they have been waiting since March last year. And so it's really devastating for the employees here in Spain, especially to young people and women who are particularly vulnerable to the economic fallout during the pandemic.
All right. Thank you very much, Beverly, for your updates there in Spain. Looking forward to more updates coming out of there. Take care. Take care. It's extreme weather right now.
Yes. Thank you, Alma. Stay safe. Reporting from Barcelona, Spain, I'm Beverly Madrid. We live in interesting times.